The big mining companies are standing by claims that the mineral resource rent tax will send Australian projects offshore. Industry leaders hit out today at changes to the proposed legislation forced by the independents, whose support is vital for the bill to pass. It's being debated in federal parliament tonight and the government is confident it will get the tax through. Imogen Brennan reports.
Mining companies were digging in about the impact of the mining resource rent tax.
It'll affect jobs, projects, superannuation funds.
Today, industry heavyweights gathered in Brisbane, where they heard the Queensland Premier also sounding pessimistic about her job prospects.
This will be the last time I address you as Premier, and I want to finish today, before the next state election. Don't get too excited, Jeff.
She's excited about the booming resources sector, despite the industry's dire warnings after the tax was announced.
Expenditure on coal exploration alone has grown from $34 million 10 years ago to $450 million today.
The Queensland Resources Council expects the industry to make more than $140 billion by 2020, but the sector's mining tax concerns continue, buoyed by an unstable international economy.
You mightn't stay in business either if it's an extended down cycle, particularly if you've been paying these higher taxes.
Carbon tax, how are we going to find the technology to reduce emissions in the future as well as paying a carbon tax, and then overlay that with an MRRT as well?
The federal government won the support of key independents by making changes to the legislation. They include lifting the tax threshold from $50 million to $75 million to protect smaller companies, and the creation of a scientific committee to look at the environmental impact of coal seam gas mining.
We're probably the most regulated gas business in the world, so having one more layer of oversight is going to be very difficult for everybody to manage.
This has to be something that adds value and provides more public confidence, not something that adds time and bureaucracy.
The federal government is confident the bill, with all its conditions, will be passed. Imogen Brennan, ABC News, Brisbane.